Oh, shit. Here we go again.
And I promise you this, above all else, I'm going to be more obnoxious, more overbearing, and I'm going to make you all learn to love it because you'll have no choice. It's time!
Welcome to the Probably Wrong Podcast. Tony, Mike, Dave, the boys are back. We're caffeinated and aggravated and ready to take it out on you. How'd you like that? Thought about it on the car ride over.
That was good.
Caffeinated and aggravated.
Well, let's try. This is flavor number 2.
This is great.
This is grape. All right. And do we 100% commit to a name?
No.
Okay. I like what you texted me about the name the other day.
I don't remember what it was. I'll have to go back in the text.
All right. But I was like, that's a pretty good one.
Okay. All right.
All right. Blind taste test, grape.
Not blind, but you're looking right at it. I'm a grape fan, so I'm biased.
Yeah,
All right.
it's delicious.
So,
I love grape.
one, I enjoy it because it has that same kind of taste as the other one.
A little sour.
A little sour. I really enjoy that of these two drinks, but it's not an overwhelming grape. I guess I was hoping for a little bit more overwhelming grape taste.
A little bit more pizzazz.
Yes.
A little bit more pop.
But overall, I mean,
It's delicious.
I enjoy the taste of it. It definitely doesn't taste like the other one, but it's got that sour. Oh man, it's good.
Yeah. There's got to be something in there that makes them like nice. It's not overly sour though.
No, because it's still smooth to drink.
Yeah, very smooth. Very smooth.
And I'll be honest with you. Last week, after drinking it, it wasn't like I said. It was like I'm not blown away by like the caffeine in it, but I'm doing my uploads, I'm doing my editing, I'm getting the kids ready for bed, I'm doing all this other stuff. I'm like, huh.
It's more of an alert and focused feeling.
Yeah,
That's what it's supposed to be.
I am really multitasking.
Yeah. I'm on my A game.
And then
this
all week,
doesn't happen.
I'm all week, and I'm like, man, I need more of that.
Yeah.
And then I'm literally opening my phone to text you to see if you can bring more tonight. And that's when I got the message from you. Bringing grape.
Bringing grape. Let's go. Dave, what'd you think? You're a grape fan.
It was delicious. It wasn't, like you said, it's not an overly strong grape like a Big League Chew when you throw the whole pack in your mouth and you get that. It's real strong grape.
Yeah.
No, it's very tasty. I mean,
All right, so we're 2 for 2.
yeah, I like that one.
So I definitely like last week's flavor better than this.
Yeah, that was a blue sour.
There
was a little bit more sour to that one, I feel.
Right.
But
I felt it was a little bit more blue tasting.
yeah, whatever blue tastes like.
It was good. Now I'm still waiting for next week. We're going to be able to do flavor number 3.
I'll find out soon. I got to talk to my boss, Kerry Kingman.
And flavor number 3 is.
I got to talk to my boss, Kerry Kingman.
Okay, all right.
I mean, just bring back the grape or the blue.
Oh, I could go a scoop of each. We can go a little hybrid.
Ooh.
And then hope that it doesn't blow up on set.
I like these a lot.
Yeah.
Are these going to be individual packets?
No, it's in a container.
Okay.
I got to talk to my boss, Kerry Kingman. I'll see if we can get them in packets. But right now, it's in a powdered form scoop.
And now I don't really do the packets only because I suck down monsters and everything like that. But I see a lot of guys on the job sites whipping out the packets.
Yeah.
And shaking them up and throwing them in
Throw
there.
it right. It's a little bit more convenient. You're paying a little bit more for them, but it's more convenient. You get a water bottle, throw it in, good to go.
Ooh, that's good.
It's good, yeah. I'm a fan. I've been drinking this for about 3 weeks, and I use it as a mid-afternoon kind of pick-me-up.
All right.
I mean, it works. Tasty.
Tastes
We'll see
great.
how it goes.
Let's film.
Now I'm really inquisitive here to see what the name was that you gave me.
Was it focused in alert or some crap?
Alert.
Alert. I like that
Was
word,
it.
alert.
Yep.
Yep.
It's catchy, short,
Alert,
boom,
yeah,
put a nice little packaging together.
Yeah.
And it definitely, I definitely felt alert.
Yeah.
So it worked. Sorry.
We just need Dave alert during his Bruins minute.
Well, he's heading to Russia at 700 hours tomorrow.
You're going to Russia?
We talked about it last week. And
Was that in the bathroom, dropping a deuce?
If you watch the YouTube,
I didn't watch it.
You actually saw him dressed up in his Russian gear. I put it on there.
You're going to Russia? Good for you.
That was beautiful this time of year.
Is he meeting with Zelensky? With Putin? Tomorrow. They're meeting Putin and Zelensky with Dave. Yeah.
We're a little too far.
Let's get a, what do they call it? Like a peace agreement or something? A ceasefire?
He's just over there to promote the show to our Russian audience.
Yeah.
Because it's funny when you break down on the Spotify and the iTunes, you can see who's watching it. We have it's being watched in Russia.
So we got to be very nice to Putin because he'll kill us.
It's got to be someone with
Putin. Hey.
I don't know how this works,
Scared of that
but
guy.
it's got to be somebody with a VPN or VN address or whatever. They're probably in America, but it's. I'm like,
Well, we're not taking that chance.
Russia?
Yeah, I'm not taking that chance at all. You can talk smack. I'm a fan of Putin.
What are you translating with the closed captioning?
yeah.
Putting some Russian in there.
You know what? I may have to do that for our Russian audience.
There you go.
But it was Spotify and iTunes, so they just.
Is that
listen
our
to
number
it.
2 country?
No, we have a lot of Canada.
Canada. Hey.
And it's funny because I made a reel about how we dislike Canada, and it got viewed in Canada a lot.
Are you nervous?
No.
You think Trudeau's coming after you?
No, maybe
He's going to freeze your bank account?
Maybe they liked it.
Yeah, maybe they did. Maybe they did.
Did we talk about not liking Canada?
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah,
We talk about everything, Dave.
We are
I mean,
Haters.
at least
We are
I
haters.
haters, and we're not politically correct. Or at least I'm not.
I know the Canadian national anthem word for word.
I love
see
that.
that?
I love that anthem.
This guy is.
The wife makes fun of me because when before a hockey game,
Oh,
they sing it. I start singing it.
Canada, our home and native land.
See?
Go, Dave, go.
Go. You don't work for it. That's all I got.
I knew that love and feeling a couple weeks ago. That was it.
Yeah,
That was
I
it.
know it word for word, but I won't sing it.
Yeah, I got to do it at home.
Yeah, maybe in the shower. Nobody listening. Yeah.
I sing to my cats before the game starts.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh, but I love that national anthem.
Phil just chimed in something in Canadian. Can't really say it
All
here.
right, probably about a bark roll.
You're a boot to be sorry.
Oh, that's Phil David. Who's that? Is that?
Phil David. I don't know who Phil David.
Oh, that's my buddy.
this
That's my
is
buddy.
Philip Graham.
Okay, all right. So yeah, probably about the bark roll.
Joshua
see it
High,
anymore.
you've never been to PC, and yeah, Jason Imlach, they like the show, eh?
Hey,
Yeah, I was surprised. I was waiting for when I released that reel, to
get bashed.
to get the bashing, and
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
really what I wanted because that drives the algorithm up. And then I'm like, I see the like, and I'm like,
Canadians
what?
looked at as like kind of like pansies. Like
Yes.
they are. Yes. Okay.
that-
I
is
thought
that what
so.
it is?
Hey, they're pansies. Hey.
I think it has something to do with the French part of them.
Okay.
I think yes, that's 100% it. If they
Yeah.
weren't French, I
They'd
think
be like us.
They'd be a lot more supported.
Yeah.
Something with the French and looking down on the Americans, and Canada's up here and we're here. They're looking down, Makes sense, eh?
Hey.
Though I did love. You ever see the movie Strange Brew?
No, I don't watch movies.
It's old with John Candy.
No.
Okay, all right.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Strange
One of
Brew.
my all-time favorite.
I saw that.
Strange Brew was Rick Moranis.
Was Rick
You're thinking
Moranis?
Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon. Get those
that's
confused.
that's another great one though.
Yeah. Oh, there was a good run of those back in the day.
Yeah.
You know who's not having a good run right now? The Cleveland Cavaliers. You thought I was going to say Celtics.
I wasn't sure if you were going Tatum, Celtics,
Well, Tatum's
or
not running at all.
Cleveland. Yeah. Tatum's done. He is gone. We'll never see him the way that he was again. I am facing the facts, guys.
there's a possibility, yes, and he's definitely out next year.
Yeah, all year. There's no sense. They say 8 to 9 months. There's no sense of bringing him back. There really isn't. For what? We're going to have Jaylen Brown out there fumbling his way through a season. Just...
Well,
it's the utter disappointment.
Sucks.
Yeah,
Sucks.
and people are like, "What? It's no big deal. It's just an Achilles."
Yeah,
This
well,
and that.
he's going to be a step slower. He's not overly fast to begin with.
And then why is he making such a big deal, being so upset? Because he knows
That's it.
that's it. They're in a playoff run. He's having his best game right now. They're still in it.
It takes
He's done for the next year.
Took us 7 years to build up to this point,
Yeah,
and then it's gone in like a second.
gone.
And we don't know where the team goes from here.
No.
Like they might be moving. You might have to reset.
But it is, as a Celtics fan, it is
Devastating.
It ranks right up there with Hayward's injury, It's worse. But no, I'm just saying. Let me preface this. Okay, the most devastating things in Boston Celtics history:
Len Bias,
Gordon Hayward, and to a lesser degree, because I'm a big fan, Reggie Lewis.
Right, I think Reggie Lewis was bigger than he died. That's bigger than Gordon Hayward.
Larry Bird's back.
Larry Bird's back was big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know how he hurt his back?
Yeah, shoveling.
Him and his buddy were
tarring. Firefight or shoveling?
No, they were tarring his buddy's driveway. No, they were tarring his driveway because he was too cheap to pay for it.
Yes, that's right. We've talked about this in the show before.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the only.
That's funny.
The only thing that might have a little bit of saving grace for Tatum's injury.
Oh, he's young. He's the youngest one to have it.
Well, I was going to say that. Usually people they don't come back the same. Yeah, when you're 34, you don't come back the same. There's a chance he can come back to maybe 90-something% of what he was as opposed to 80-something%.
So, I get it. That's the silver lining.
But it's not good.
But Tatum, what we just saw, he was still ascending. Now, But now, there is no ascension.
No.
We hope to just get him back to a lesser of what he is now.
The only ascension is if he learns how to play smarter and use his body. But he's not overly quick for a wing, right? He's not the quickest wing. He's a good dribbler, good ball handler, can do everything pretty well on the court. So if he loses a step, that's not good. It's not like he's De'Aaron Fox and he has a step to lose, is what I'm trying to get at. Sucks.
It is. It was awful.
Sucks.
Awful.
All from Jaylen Brown's stupid pass.
Jaylen Brown.
I
blame it all on Jaylen Brown.
I blame everything 100%. On Jaylen Brown.
Everything. Absolutely everything. They just drive me crazy. Jaylen Brown.
So let's go right into tonight's game. What are we going to get from Jaylen Brown?
I don't know. Like, the Celtics fan in me is going, okay, Jaylen Brown, you're going to take over. Porzingis is going to come back to full health. Houses back tonight. Pritchard, they're going to win tonight. White. They're going to win this. But the Celtics realist goes, they're going to get blown out tonight.
Well,
because they're completely deflated that they lost their leader.
Yeah, and this is when Jaylen Brown should step up. I'm a $300 million man. I'm the next superstar up. But we saw this against Miami a few years back where Tatum got hurt and Brown was useless. Now Brown gets the number one defender. Now Brown gets a double team.
Yeah.
I don't know. They say Batman and Robin. I kind of think Jaylen's a little bit less than a Robin.
So here's my thing, and I know Dave is going to hate this, and I know the wife is a big Jaylen Brown fan. She's going to hate this. Last year, teams were like, we're going to shut down Tatum, and we're going to make Jaylen Brown beat us. Because if you watched everything, I brought it up time and time again, Jason Tatum always got the double team. Jaylen Brown got the lesser of it. And Jaylen Brown, to his credit, he did what he was supposed to do. Last year. He beat everybody. He did it. He won the awards. This year, Thibodeau was like, you know what? We're going to make Jaylen Brown beat us. We're gonna actually cover Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
We're going to bait these guys. We're going to make shots. And we're going to cover Jaylen Brown. And what has Jaylen Brown done this series every single game?
Hey, he just fumbles the ball.
Done.
This season.
Yeah.
He didn't have a great season. And this is a guy that you expected to come in better than last year, which last year was great. Maybe not great, all-time great, but for what they needed, he was great. He did everything right last year. They win a championship. This year, he comes in and just hasn't done anything right all year. It's like you didn't do anything to get better this season. This team kind of went on cruise control all year, and he was part of that.
Teams realized all year, Dave, hey, last year we doubled up on Tatum, and you know what? The Celtics blew through the playoffs. This year, we're going to just guard everybody and make the Celtics beat us.
And Jaylen Brown still can't dribble left-handed.
No.
And then late in the game, when it's clutch, his anxiety goes up, and he makes the stupidest mistakes. For someone that claims he's the smartest guy in the world, he's a freaking idiot come the fourth quarter. He does things that you would expect like a fifth grader to do.
And it drives me crazy, because what will happen is, let's just say they trade Jaylen Brown. He's going to go somewhere, and you're going to go like, wow, this guy's averaging 30-something points a game.
On a crap team.
Then he gets into a pressure situation.
It's going to be the same crap.
And it's going to be the same.
Because he still can't dribble left-handed. No. You get a defender that knows, I'm going to make him go left, and he can't. He
and I know, we're piling on him here. I hoped, it's like, I still keep in my mind thinking, oh, this guy is going to be like, oh, I'm going to work like next year.
It would have happened already.
Next year it's going to be me. I got to carry the team. I'm going to work on my dribble. I'm going to work on my IQ. I'm not going to be a vortex for that ball when it comes to me and just go to the hoop every single time.
But you don't think it would have happened over the last 7 years or however long he's been in the NBA?
Well, I know. I'm just.
He goes to Singapore with his buddies and practices karate. It's like that's not going to make you better.
And I was listening to the radio the other day, and this is a station that we all listen to that's usually very negative on all of our star players, and they made the point that Jason Tatum, as much criticism he gets, every year he gets better. Yeah. Every year he's in the lab. Every year, they didn't use the word lab, that was me. Every year, anything that was kind of what we got on him about, it's like he would address the situation over the summer.
Yeah.
And then we got Jaylen Brown, like you just said.
You can tell Tatum looks polished.
Yeah.
He can do everything, he can do everything on the court at least pretty well. Jaylen Brown still can't dribble left-handed. And he makes no decisions when dribbling the ball, trying to go through traffic. He just sometimes jumps in the air and just holds it. It's like, what are you doing? Like, what's going through that brilliant mind of yours?
And I think, like, he could, to Josh's comment here, they're 6-1 with him without Tatum. I believe in short spurts, they could.
They could win tonight.
If this team actually plays basketball instead of a stat sheet or an IQ, listen to a computer, and actually plays the game of basketball, we can still beat this Knicks team.
Yeah.
I'll deal with anyone else, Indiana, whatever, when the time comes. But right now, if we can buckle down and actually play basketball and not go by what it says on an analytics spreadsheet.
And Porzingis, if Porzingis was healthier, it would help. And I think I'd rather see the ball in Derek White's hands than Jaylen Brown's.
Yeah, Derek White's a guy that kind of you haven't heard much about. He hasn't been great, and I don't know if that's just the way the Knicks are playing him. Derek White, you don't hear his name getting,
Well, he's like the third option, but last game he shot very, very well, and I'd rather see him make yourself the first option, let Jaylen play off you, because Jaylen doesn't. If he's leading the offense, that's when he gets in trouble. He has to play off somebody.
Well, I feel like that White has to be the guy.
Yeah, I'm thinking, yeah.
And I'm not counting them out because I still think they're a better team than the Knicks.
Without Tatum,
they're more of an even team. I think they were better with Tatum. Now they're even.
The 3 losses they've gotten out to 20-plus point leads.
Yeah, but I don't think without Tatum that they're better than the Knicks. We don't have balls. The Knicks has balls. That has to account for something.
That's a huge thing. We've talked about that for a couple of years now. The balls.
We don't have toughness.
Balls. And I feel like, at this point, I mean, Porzingis really needs to step in and be a 30-point guy if they want to beat the Knicks.
No, and Joshua Hoy brings something up here is they need Pritchard. Yeah. What happened last game? What is Mazzulla doing? We won that game. Pritchard was our best player.
Yeah, and then 10 at the half.
Last game, guy, we had Holiday out there struggling.
Yeah, Holiday's looking old real fast.
And you keep Pritchard on the bench. This series has, not just this series, this playoff run has exposed Mazzulla to me. Last year, you know what? We were all toting Mazzulla's horn. We didn't want to look at the fact that they had an easy-ass schedule with injuries. We're Celtics fans. We wanted to turn a blind eye to that. This year, it's rearing his head going, no. Like, where's the adjustments? What are you doing?
Well, you're going to need Pritchard tonight.
Are you watching the game?
Because you need the points tonight. Without Tatum, you're going to need points.
It's just, it drives me crazy, Mazzulla. I'm done. I'm out.
You're out?
I'm out on Mazzulla.
So we're done with the show.
I'm done with Mazzulla.
Done with the Mazzulla. Done with the show. Yeah.
And you're gonna want Tony, if they come out tonight and they're firing threes again, like what is Mazzulla thinking?
I want Derek White to take it to the hole and play off that. I think that's your best shot. But Derek White, I think his first X amount of shots last game, they're all threes.
Yeah.
So you need somebody to kind of penetrate that defense, grab some layups, get the defense to cave in. I don't know. I'm not looking forward to it. I think Celtics are actually favored by 4.5. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm going Knicks all day. That being said, put your money on the Celtics. The Celtics will win by 10.
I feel like they're going to win tonight.
The Celtics will win tonight.
Well, you think so. Like you'd go out there and you want to play with heart tonight.
Yeah, because you're defending your title, right? You're the defending champs. I don't know. Like what pisses me off about this team, I will never like this team as much as I like the Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce team. I feel like as fans, we care more than they do. And when Garnett and Pierce were out there, I don't think that was the case. I think they wanted it just as bad as we did.
See, when I watch certain players, I think No. When I watch Derek White, when I
Oh,
watch
yeah, okay.
Tatum, when I watch... Like, Tatum cares. He
Yeah.
loves this team.
He's just a little bit more passive.
It's honestly, it's really Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, maybe I just hate
Because you look
Jaylen
at
Brown.
the rest of the team, they care.
I've tried to trade that guy for so many years.
I know.
I can't stand him. There's something about that guy that just irks me.
Well,
you know,
it feels like he's the type of guy that really isn't interested in being here.
I think that's just his, I've come to realize it's just his demeanor.
It's just
It
weird.
is. It's just one of those demeanors that you just, I don't know, it makes you not like him.
And part of the problem is the media too. This guy's so smart, and like they have the mic on him, and he doesn't say anything. He's like, "Adversity, guys." Like, what the hell's that? You're so smart. You adversity, guys. Be resilient, guys?
Why do people say he's so smart?
They've been saying that for years.
He's at MIT. He teaches
played
the class.
chess in high school.
Yeah.
Like, dude, who cares?
That's what he does in the
And he went to
offseason to get
college
better at
for-
basketball.
Yeah,
and
he plays chess and he does karate and he swims underwater with weights. I'm like, dude, dribble left-handed. If you're that smart, you'll realize that you can't dribble left-handed.
We got a couple comments. Jay Fields chimes in about the Mazzulla. Look at the 1 year they had with Aduka.
I like Tadoka.
They drove to the ball. They played excellent. Completely
Good
agree. We
great
loved him. We
defense,
all
great
loved him.
defense,
Let him
yeah.
bang whoever he wants.
Yeah, well, yes,
Marcio
you're not supposed to bang everybody, Snellgrove.
chimes in. He would love to see Hauser and Baylor. I'm not sure about Baylor, but you'll see Hauser tonight. The rookie. The white rookie. Looks like Dalton Connect.
Yeah, from Creighton. Baylor.
That's his name.
No.
His last name. Isn't it Baylor?
No. I know who you're talking about. I like him. Number 30 pick from Creighton. The left-handed tattooed guy.
That guy.
The hell's his name? Dave, look it up.
Hauser's going to play tonight. He's fresh off an injury.
This is
Josh
Hauser's.
thinks the Celtics by 18.
All right.
Josh, trade him for Giannis. We're not getting Giannis. It's never going to happen. Never going to happen. There's not enough pieces to get Giannis. You look at some of the predicted trade packages and what they're asking for, even if it is him, it is
And
absurd.
Milwaukee wants to reset. They don't want Jaylen Brown. That's not a reset. So I think they want to reset and go very, very young with a number of draft picks.
Fields chimes in and says he heard something the other day saying that Brown and Tatum are coach's dream because they don't bitch about anything. I think that's
No,
part
we
of the
bitch about
problem.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it lacks great. You're absolutely right.
What the hell is that guy's name? Did you look it up, Dave?
I don't know how to because I have no idea who you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. There's a white guy on the Celtics. He's all tatted up. He's out of Creighton. And he can shoot. He was a football quarterback in high school. He takes it to the hole. I think he's House's replacement next year.
Baylor Shireman.
Shireman.
Marcio
Oh, Baylor. I never knew his first name. Yeah, Shireman.
Were you 100% correct?
Yeah.
He
I was
didn't even
wrong.
want to listen to me.
No. I like him. But I don't know if he's going to get used tonight. He might get a few minutes, 5-10
Hauser
minutes.
get used tonight. He'll be out there.
Hauser will get used and abused.
Yeah. I don't know.
On that bad ankle. We'll see.
It's just Jalen Brunson. That's really it. And what pisses me off about Mazzulla even more is his whole game plan defensively, like with Mitchell Robinson. What are we doing? Like Tom Thibodeau's like, go ahead, foul away, because as soon as you put him in the penalty, we're gonna pull him out.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, we're gonna miss Mr. Robinson's 6 points.
Yeah,
You know?
he does. He is a pain in the ass, though, because he's always tipping the ball and grabbing rebounds.
Yeah.
He sucks offensively, but we kind of need a guy like that to come in and just grab boards. And
We need Porzingis to play down low.
Yeah.
Wait, why is Kata not in there?
Yeah, he's very unathletic. He's a typical Portuguese guy. Not enough
I
athletic
agree with you,
ability.
but he can bring you what Mitchell Robinson can bring you.
He's a better athlete. He can bring the toughness and the hard work. He's just...
Yeah, work him.
Yeah, he's just very slow. We got one Portuguese athlete, and he's slow and uncoordinated. It's like, dude, we have Ronaldo, but one Portuguese athlete in the United States, and he's terrible.
Isn't there a baseball player, too?
I don't think so. There was Mark Portugal back in the day, but I looked it up. He's not from Portugal. Just the last name.
The last name worked.
Yeah.
So, Celtics tonight.
Celtics are done.
They're done. I'm sorry.
Well, you know what? Have some balls. Don't lose at home, right? And if you show some fight today, even if you lose in Game 6, but you show fight in New York,
I wish
then
I had some more of this.
Then we can be happy with that, right?
Yeah.
But if you go down like a bunch of pansies today, which
he even has a good smell.
it's good. It's good, and it's clean. It tastes clean, right?
Yeah. Who we
getting rid of? House is gone.
I mean, I want Mazzulla gone.
House is 100% gone because they said if they bring him back, his $10 million contract, because of all the salary cap stuff, they have to actually pay $90 million towards that. So he's gone. So Baylor, Shireman, or whatever it is, he's going to take that Hauser spot next year. I think there's a possibility. Brad Stevens has balls. I think there's a possibility that he kind of resets. Jaylen Brown maybe gets shipped out, and they bring in either an early draft pick this year and maybe tank next year and get another early draft pick.
I've heard that rumor. I just hate the tanking. It doesn't get you what you want it to get. I mean, look at Dallas. Tanking doesn't guarantee you anything. But
right.
If you're a major, well, I think I said this a couple episodes ago. If you're a major team like the Boston Celtics, because I said this, I'm like, you watch San Antonio, Dallas, and Philly, they're going to be challenged for that number 1 pick. I got a lot of hate of that, and like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Look who the top 3 picks were. But I think if Boston was to get down there, you'd like to think that it would go their way, but
here's something that I'm kind of thinking of, right? So Jaylen gets traded for, say, the 5th pick overall, whatever.
I think he warrants a little more than
All
that.
right, but for the sake of he gets the 5th pick overall. Your team next year is in the lottery. You get another 5th pick. Now the 5th pick is an asset to trade for a disgruntled star. So instead of Jaylen, you have the 5th pick this year, and whatever star becomes disgruntled at that time in a trade. Now it's Tatum back, the guy you grabbed this year, and whatever disgruntled star. Because I don't think it's not like Jaylen and Tatum played great together. I think you put any star near Tatum, and he can play as well as he played. Like, Tatum's a great basketball player. Yeah. Jaylen is a scorer. They don't play well together. Jaylen makes nobody better. I feel like you could add De'Aaron Fox with Tatum. You could add Karl Anthony Towns with it. You could put any guy with Tatum.
Right.
So that's what I'm thinking. If you're in the lottery, now you have an asset. And that's what the Celtics did to get Ray Allen at the time, is you grabbed that 5th pick and you traded it to Seattle for Ray Allen. That's what I'm thinking.
Jeff Green,
yes.
See, I feel like
out of Georgetown,
the season Brown had this year has lowered his value in a trade.
I think some people still like him. I never liked the guy. I just don't like him. But we'll see. We'll see what kind of value he has.
Now, I think...
What, are you guys texting each other? You guys talking about me or something? What's going on?
I can't.
It's weird.
This guy was
on the show. Yeah, texting each other about me. You don't like that take? Just say you don't like it. I don't get butt hurt. It's not a big deal.
So honestly, I'm thinking. I mean, I know and Jay Fields chimes in a while ago. I would love to see them trade for Cooper Flagg. I mean, it makes sense for Dallas. It gives them a win now with Holiday and Brown. But more realistically, San Antonio is trying to wheel and deal this pick.
What do they have?
Number 2, Dylan Harper.
Give it to me.
You know, they've been linked to a lot of things, and they're a perfect landing spot for a Jaylen Brown in a Holiday.
Because now you got De'Aaron Fox, Wemby, Jaylen, and Holiday all day.
Ooh.
But they've had the last 2 Rookie of the Years, right?
Right, and Castle. That's my next point.
Yeah.
Dave, I'm so proud of you.
Wow,
I knew something.
just look that up.
So they just have the Rookie of the Year this year with Castle, who plays amazing.
Yeah,
they're trying to wheel and deal. They're not taking that number 2 pick. Somebody's going to trade for that pick. It's going to happen.
If I were them, I'd be all over Giannis.
True, and this is what I don't understand. People are like, oh, well, Minnesota has all these. I mean, Milwaukee has all this trade. Who do they have besides Giannis to trade?
Dude, just think of the length between Giannis and Wemby.
Right.
Whew, block shots, tip passes, rebounds. Like, they might win the whole thing next year. De'Aaron Fox with Wemby and Giannis?
I also think De'Aaron Fox with Holiday, Castle, and Wemby. I'm just saying because I want to get rid of Brown.
Yeah. I'd love to get
but
if I could team up Wemby with Giannis, because I feel like Jaylen Brown will never be a top 5 player. Giannis, when he's healthy on his A game, still brings that to the table, and he's got great length. That's what she said.
I
don't know her. She might have said it.
I don't see San Antonio giving up the number 2 pick for Brown. It has to be more pieces. Holiday's under contract. Yeah. They need a good defensive presence. He's already won 2 titles with 2 different teams. And Josh, you brought up something great here that I was trying to get into earlier, but Tony cut me off when I was talking about us getting back into the lottery. Even with this rig job, when has it ever gone the Celtics' way? One time.
Yeah. Markelle Fultz. And then traded over to Philly for Jason Tatum. Yeah.
We never get... That was it.
Yeah.
So we had the year that we got Brown, we had one of the top chances to get number 1, and we didn't get it.
And that was good because that was Ben Simmons.
Right.
That would have been terrible.
So, you know what, Josh?
It's gone 100% that way.
100%.
Yeah. What are you talking about, Mr. Hoy?
Because that other kid, that Fultz, I mean, he never even played, did he?
No. Well, he was on Orlando, and then I think he separated his shoulder, and he just couldn't get it together.
No.
Yeah. So the Tatum's draft, it was Fultz, and then Lonzo Ball, and then Tatum. And then after Tatum, it was the guy...
Jackson.
Yes, that's who Danny Ainge wanted, but he blew Danny Ainge twice. Blew him twice. He didn't give him blowjobs. He blew him off.
He blew him off twice, so that's even better.
Yeah.
To completion.
Yes.
He didn't do a good enough job.
I'm going with Jason Tatum. Some fresh meat.
Obviously, and then Jackson didn't even really last in the NBA.
Josh Jackson. Yeah. Did he stick with the Pistons? Because I know he got some run with the Pistons last year. Yeah, just an idiot. Like, you were one of the top players in high school. You're a great freshman, and then you have an attitude, and now you're probably out of the league. Idiot.
All right, let's go a little bit for the rest of the NBA here. Cavs. I feel like we are the Probably Wrong podcast. We were toting the Cavs horns the other day,
but we did say the Pacers were going to give them a run.
Yeah,
we did. Yeah,
but
and then once the Cavs got hurt.
But even that, what an epic collapse. It's just, wow.
They put everything into their regular season.
Well, I think the Pacers play a style that people don't like to play. It's like that team you might be more talented than, but you don't want to. You got to run up and down the court for 48 minutes, and I think they just wear people out. We saw it last year firsthand. They played better than us. We just kind of out-veteran them towards the end of games. And they should have won game one. Jaylen Brown hit the shot in the corner after Rick Carlisle should have called the timeout. He left Halliburton hanging. And then game two was close. Then Halliburton got hurt. They had a big lead on us. They're tough. They could win the whole freaking thing. And they're not that good, but they could win the whole thing.
I don't think they could win the whole thing. I don't think they're good enough right now to match up with anybody in the West.
No, I don't think so either, but their style is what's getting them there.
They got that horseshoe up their ass right now.
Yeah, I think it's their style, which people don't want to play that speed.
No, and Halliburton, for all the criticism he received all year long, has stayed true and played the game that he wanted. Played the game that he played. Last night, 31 points.
And
closeout game.
And a solid guy, right? It seems like he's a solid guy, not arrogant.
Always says the right thing in the media. I mean, we can't say that about his dad, but...
Yeah, his dad's an idiot.
He said the right thing about his dad.
Yeah, my dad's an idiot.
Yep. So it looks like we're going to see Pacers and Knicks, and I'm an NBA fan.
That's a good series.
That's a good series to me. They crap talk it everywhere. I go, well, you don't watch basketball because I get to see Jaylen Brunson and Halliburton go off one-on-one.
Yeah, I think
and
that's
if you're a WWE fan, they basically stole the script from the WWE because the beginning of the year, Halliburton and Holiday were in WWE Monday Night Raw.
Halliburton and who?
Jaylen Brunson. I don't know what I said before.
Holiday.
I did. I saw a clip of that.
And Halliburton was calling out, running his mouth to Brunson.
Yeah.
Brunson jumped the fence.
Well, this is ironic because the WWE,
the WNBA,
WNBA, and the NBA, they're all rigged and scripted.
Yeah.
So they started there. So maybe it's Vince McMahon or Triple H calling the shots in the NBA.
Adam Silver was like, wow, Jaylen Brunson and Halliburton got a lot of pop on WWE.
Yeah, so let me get them in the finals.
Let's get this going.
Yeah.
Let's figure this out.
Yes.
Great job.
Interesting take.
Joshua Hoy chimes in. If the Celtics make the Eastern Conference Finals, the Pacers would kill us without Tatum.
Oh, yeah, 100%. They almost killed us.
And he also says nobody's beating the Thunder. Jury's still out on the Thunder to me. I like SGA. Chet has grown on me. That team is a solid team. Lou Dort looks great. Williams, I like OKC.
Nobody stands out, right? Nobody stands out.
No. And we talk about guys here being soft leaders. SGA is as soft as leader as they come.
Yeah.
That whole team is...
I think the problem is when you have a leader like SGA, he's like a solid, nice guy. You need to be a little bit of a prick. Like Kobe was a prick.
So if they match... It looks like it's going to be Minnesota, and if they end up getting by Denver, Anthony Edwards is going to eat those guys alive.
Anthony Edwards, a little bit of a prick.
Yeah.
Jordan was a prick.
Randall's
tough, they're like men.
Yeah. And they're hungry for it. That's the only thing. Minnesota is a big obstacle in OKC's way.
Yeah.
And I think Denver, evens up the series, and then
you have
maybe
Game
see
7.
an OKC collapse.
Yeah, anything can happen.
Anything
Game
can
7
happen with that right now. So
I feel like Minnesota is probably, in my opinion, the favorite to win it at this point. And if they don't blow it themselves, I mean, get too overconfident like they did last year. But the fact that, Tatum goes down, the Celtics are pretty much done. I think Minnesota's probably the best team. They are done. Pretty much done. I think they're going to pull this one out tonight, but I think Minnesota's kind of the team to beat. I'd like to see the Pacers win it all, but Minnesota's another one that could easily do it.
This is now Anthony Edwards' league.
So he says.
That drives me crazy.
If you don't believe it, he'll tell you.
What do you want me to do here?
It's very hard to edit that out in the clips.
Yeah. Oh, I had such a good take going. I mean.
Yeah.
So, last thing about the NBA before we move it on. What a rig job, right?
Oh, the lottery?
Yeah.
Draft lottery? Yeah. Well, initially when they made the trade, Luka for Anthony Davis, you're like, this doesn't make sense. But now the trade is Luka for Anthony Davis and Cooper Flagg.
Right.
Now it makes sense. Because they knew we were getting Cooper Flagg.
To me, there's no denying it. It's as clear as day. They didn't even try to hide it.
They had a 1.8% chance of getting it.
I think they wanted Dallas to be a little bit worse.
Yeah,
So it would look a little bit better.
But they don't even do the balls on TV.
They should.
They just do an envelope comes out.
Yeah.
We pulled these backstage.
Yeah. Do the balls live
Come
on TV. So
jerks.
let us
At
watch
least the NHL
Shady.
does that right. Like it's good. If the NHL was to rig it, it'd be very hard with all those balls on TV.
Yeah. We want to see the balls on TV.
We want to see them. Right, we want to see them right up the
pretty
chute.
messed up how they don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, take away our ability to say it's rigged. No, you don't want to
And
because you want to rig it.
It's happened in the past with Derrick Rose that year.
Happens all the time.
Yeah.
Happens all the time.
Like, give me a break.
If your team trades away their superstar mid-year, you're getting the number 1 draft pick.
Yep.
It's happened year in and year out.
Yep.
Well, not the Celtics anymore, because if they try to trade Tatum, he's broken.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, but this has happened multiple times. I remember Cleveland. LeBron was going to Cleveland. Yeah. So let's
Anthony Davis out of the Pelicans.
Yeah, so let's give Cleveland the first-round pick so they can draft Andrew Wiggins and trade him to Minnesota for Kevin Love. Okay, makes sense. It's unbelievable. If you just look at it, it's happened so many times.
Yeah.
Shady.
Sad.
Yeah. WWE. WWN. NBA.
No, we don't.
WWW. A lot of W's. Yeah.
It's gone.
And instead of a lottery, why don't they have the worst teams play each other, and the winner out of those gets the top pick?
I like that, but the problem is that what's the incentivize the guys to play?
No, I'm not going to lose my job.
Yeah, exactly. Why am I going to play an extra game for you guys?
I'm a wing. I'm not going to win this for Cooper Flagg to take my job.
I love the idea, but the actuality, these guys don't want to play 82 games anymore.
You know what you could maybe do if you put money into it too, like in the in-season tournament. I think that every player on the team makes $1 million, right?
Yeah.
So if you put money into it, so that would help you get your pick, and then you'd also make some money. Maybe they would play.
Josh here, I know his card show this Sunday.
All right.
New England for the Hobby Lobby card show.
Dave, you going?
He's in Russia. Patrick Pass is there signing autographs.
All right, and Dave's with Putin and Zelensky.
Yeah,
trying to get a deal done.
Trying to get his own deal done.
Yeah.
But we talk about the show every month. You guys got to check it out. It's busier and busier every month. So,
and if you mention the podcast, you get in for $1.
Is that the deal?
Yeah.
And if you don't mention it, you get in for free.
Yeah.
They charge you for watching the show.
Yeah. If you watch that show, we want $5.
Yeah.
Supposedly, Dave's going to be back there in the June show. He's really trying to drum up those hockey businesses.
Let's see if they keep him in Russia like Brittany Griner.
Yeah, let's see if he can escape.
Yeah.
Tell Tina, no poppy seeds.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do this.
Now time for the dirt with the Probably Wrong crew.
What dirt do we have now?
So, Stefon Diggs is being accused by Blake Griffin, the producer, rapper, dancer, not Blake Griffin, the NBA star, of him trying to drug and rape him.
Interesting.
It's the first you've heard of it, Dave.
This is the first I've heard of it.
This is our new wide receiver.
Yep. It looked like his buddy was going to be the wide receiver.
Oh, yeah, this is pretty bad. NFL star Stefon Diggs is accused of drugging and trying to have sex with Chris Blake Griffin days after the Cardi B rumor. Apparently, Chris's allegations, which came after the agreement, he alleged Diggs tried to drug and attempt to rape him. Griffin did not make this accusation through any direct social post, but rather commenting under another post to kind of get rid of all the misinformation. He expressed this situation as deeply personal to him, emphasizing that he took his life seriously and active and engaged in meaningful pursuits. The problem is that Stefon Diggs' half-brother tried to basically once to silence Griffin from bringing these up, kind of robbed him, beat the hell out of him and his crew. There's video of it. You'll see it on our YouTube page when I do it. It's pretty, because I guess Griffin and Diggs have been close collaborators for a long time, trying to get a clothing line out. They have stuff on Forever's 21, and it was at a party.
I heard that, I don't know if you can verify this, that Diggs gave them some purple caffeinated drinks.
Yeah.
Grape flavored. They should be wearing you down right about now. No, just kidding. The drinks are fine. No fentanyl in there. You're fine. So,
yeah, the guy, Chris Griffin, has already filed a lawsuit against Diggs' brother for the attack. And this stuff came out.
This is one messed up world, Snelly.
And with reading about it and watching the videos, because I started digging in it, like, there's all these ties to Drake. His ties are Offset, has videos of Diggs doing some male acts that,
Hey, if he can run fast and catch a football, I don't want him drugging people, but if you want to do male acts, do male acts. I don't give a crap.
You want to do all that.
Just get some yards after the catch. A little bit of yak.
Watching the stuff go back and forth, reading it, and with like Drake chiming in, this is where LeBron James caught the stray bullet, and they brought up him possibly cheating on his wife. Not with Diggs, not with Diggs.
Yeah. Nope. We only care if you can play football. We don't care what you do off the field.
I mean, you don't want him drugging people, but
no, that's where we draw the line.
Yeah. If you want to like bang these other dudes, I don't care. Just catch the ball and get some positive yards, get some separation.
I guess he was making advances, and the guy Griffin's was rejecting him because he was like, I'm not gay.
Yeah, no homo. No homo.
And then after the rejections, Diggs tried to drug him.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Yep.
Why do you think Dave's purple drink was different than yours? Dave, you should be getting very sleepy right about now.
He's going to get what he wants no matter what.
I thought those were all bottles of drink mix in your car.
No.
It's all lube.
Yeah. You think they got Diddy?
Baby oil.
Yeah.
The Diddy mobile.
Yes. Well, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And if this turns into a big story with the Boston media, they'll really turn this into a big story.
Crazy.
And I don't really, in a weird way, I'm like, dude, I don't care what this guy does. You don't want him drugging people, but I could give two shits what he does off the field.
It's not about being gay. I don't give a shit about that.
You probably shouldn't drug people, though.
No,
and then your brother shouldn't beat him up, I guess.
It's about when someone, how many other times? How many women or men have you done this before?
Yeah.
This is where it starts. This is Diddy all over again.
Yeah.
This is where it takes one crack, and all of a sudden you're going to hear women. That's what I'm afraid of where this could go.
Yeah.
Because it's really weird that you would hear a celebrity or an athlete with a one-off. It's only happened once.
No,
like Deshaun Watson 69 times.
Yeah. And then you got the kicker,
Justin
right?
Tucker.
I was just going to say Justin Tucker.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah. Usually where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, I just don't understand these guys. You got everything.
People
you need.
are mentally ill, Dave. That's what it is. Like, it doesn't matter what you have. When you're mentally ill, you're mentally ill.
They don't like to hear the word no.
Yeah.
And they're fucked up, too. Because, if someone told me no, That's it.
Yeah.
No.
Keep it moving.
These people are mentally ill.
Yeah.
And the same percentage of mentally ill people in the real world.
My wife tells me no all the time. And I still get, I'm like, hey, I don't give up.
Okay, next topic, please. Yeah.
But I'm not drugging her water.
Right. Yeah. Not yet, at least, yeah. Julia, have some tea. I made you some tea.
I mean, we were married. We're used to the word no.
Yes.
Yeah, Bob Roxburgh chimes in, similar to the Dwight Howard thing a couple of years back. Yes, but Dwight Howard...
I don't think he drugged people. I think he was just a transgender.
But he made a lot of unwanted advances.
And people said no.
And people said no.
But then he didn't,
Right.
and people freaked out, but at least he respected their advances. No one said Dwight Howard tried to rape him or drug them. He's just a transgender or right?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Oh, he's open about it
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So, but he would make his advances. They'd say no, and he took no as an answer.
There's
so
videos of Dwight Howard on the bench grabbing the guy's...
schlong?
Yeah, the guy brushing him away.
Wow. It's a bit aggressive, Dwight.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
On the basketball
Save
court.
save that for the locker room.
He put it like his thigh, but you look at that like...
It's funny. Dwight Howard...
Dwight
Howard can still play in the NBA, but nobody wants to bring him on his team because he's weird like that.
Because
Who doesn't need a backup center that can block shots and rebound? That's what Mitchell Robinson does. Dwight Howard can be better than.
Right. Dwight Howard was on the NBA TNT broadcast the other day.
Yeah, I heard him for a little bit.
Charles Barkley how it was to play with Wilt Chamberlain, and he was serious about it. And then Dwight Howard was like, "I said it." He goes, "I realized once I said it. Wait a minute, Chuck's not that old."
When you listen to Dwight Howard talk, he's actually kind of likable.
Yeah,
he's kind of likable.
I always thought he was. I never the gay stuff never bothered me. I didn't care less.
Yeah.
Like
so he was playing in Taiwan, I think, recently because my friend lived in Taiwan.
It's amazing that's where he went.
Yeah, my friend lives in Taiwan, and she said he was like the big star over there.
Oh yeah, all those
big
little,
in more ways than one.
Taiwanese,
little Taiwan midgets. Yeah. Oh boy, I probably shouldn't use that word.
All right, so Dave, NHL playoffs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to that,
please.
Let's
change the subject.
Yeah.
Woo! All right, then. Yeah, Josh. Yeah, he's making more money overseas. Yeah, that's all. That's the only reason he's over there.
Yeah, that's definitely.
All right. So, the only really entertaining series left is Florida and Toronto. They're tied up. I mean, quick rundown: Edmonton's up 3-1 on Vegas. Washington is losing 3-1 to Carolina, and Dallas is blowing the Jets' doors off. So, the only thing interesting to waste a couple minutes to talk about before we get to MLB is Marchand, Kachuk, and the Panthers.
Bennett.
And Bennett against Toronto.
Well, Bennett's had probably more impact than anyone.
Yeah.
With the shots to the head, the goals he scored. And he's so nonchalant about everything. They ask him questions about it, and he just brushes it off like it was nothing. Like the punch to Marchand in the playoffs last year. Like, it wasn't intentional, but, I mean, oh my God. It was brutal. And it's fun. I love it. I hate Toronto. I just can't deal with this. Austin Matthews, they hype him up to be so great.
He disappears in the playoffs.
He has, Cole Caulfield has more goals this year in the playoffs than Matthews. And Cole Caulfield hasn't played a game in 2 weeks. So, Austin Matthews is a great regular season player, but he's nobody in the postseason.
I mean, Dave, first off, they never made it this far. So with Austin Matthews, I'm just hoping that as they continue on in the playoffs, all it takes is one to loosen him up. I think he feels it, and is it tense? Is that the word I'm looking for? He's playing skittish. He doesn't even look the same out there.
No, and it's exactly what I said at the beginning of this series. What Florida likes to do in the first couple games is pound the shit out of you and get in your head.
Just like Dwight Howard.
They could care
pound
less.
The shit out of him.
They could care less if they win game 1 or game 2. They are going to hurt you. They are going to make you think about touching the puck. And that's what they've done. In the last 2 games, Florida has owned them. Yeah. And if it continues tonight, that's just further proof that Florida they imposed their will in the first 2 games to end the series by making Toronto afraid to play them.
I still think Toronto is winning the series.
I don't think
Ethan
they
chimes
are.
in, Matthews isn't good in the playoffs. Caulfield is a dog. Yeah.
I mean, the proof is in the pudding. I don't think Toronto can win this series.
Toronto's taking the series.
It's going to be a
Bet
Florida.
on it. I mean, it's obvious. You don't think Toronto can win? Snelly has Toronto.
He's got to get back from Russia first.
Yeah.
You want to bet
Come
some?
back alive.
You want to bet some V friends? No, the other series seem.
They're done.
Yeah, I mean, Washington. I talked about it at the beginning of the playoffs. They're a team that had such a great regular season because they had all these young players playing out of their minds, all of them having career years. And now they're relying on the two old men to try to win. And Ovechkin looks tired. He looked tired at the end of the season. He does not look good. And Tom Wilson, he's not so old, but he seems like he's been around forever. And he's doing everything he can to try to keep that team in it.
The
but
old
it's just
guys
not
are
enough.
failing, and the young, and failing is the wrong word. They look to me like you just said, they're breaking down.
They're worn down.
And the young guys that they had that we were commending during the season aren't seasoned enough to take over,
Right.
and carry it. So,
Exactly.
and I hate that Carolina's winning. I mean, they got great uniforms, but to me, Carolina is kind of boring to watch.
See, I kind of like some
you're
of the players
you're
that they
a hardcore
added.
hockey fan. That's different. You know?
But the players they added at the trade deadline, like Taylor Hall. I love watching Taylor Hall play. He still plays at a high level. He's disappeared to like their third line, but he plays great. And then this kid Stankoven that they stole from Dallas for Renton, and he's been awesome. He's fun to watch.
Yeah, great. Should have kept Renton in.
Yeah, he didn't want to play in Carolina. So
I can understand why.
well, and Dallas may pull out that series with the Jets because
What do you mean may pull out? They're up 3 games to 1.
I know. Hellebuck keeps pooping his pants as usual.
Jeez.
But the Edmonton series, I mean, that one could have easily been over. I don't know if you saw the goal with 0.4 seconds left. I mean, how do you even let that happen?
It was there. It was highlighted. I say it every week. Guys, watch the Probably Wrong Pass story every morning. Everything's up there. All the highlights, all the scores, everything. It should be your first thing to look. Before you're scrolling through, be like, oh, Probably Wrong podcast story. Let me get caught up real quick on what happened last night. Bam. Done. Got it all. I'm up at 3:45 every morning getting those highlights out.
I watched it this morning.
I saw that you watched it. I said, hey, here we go, finally. I don't know. Jeez. I got 2 watches. 3. Jake, Tony, and you. All right, we're running out of time here. The boy's getting home. He's going to want to open up these V cards, and I know we want to see if we get some one-on-ones.
Yeah.
Let's real quick here. Red Sox.
Red Sox are a 500 team. They're more talented than a 500 team, but your record's 500, you're a 500 team. You're underperforming.
Can we hit and pitch at the same time?
No, we can't. It's a very inconsistent team, and for this team to win, they have to hit. Because outside of Crochet, I don't know if these other pitches are meant to pitch. They're meant to hold you in the game.
Earlier in the year, we couldn't hit the ball.
Yeah.
Our pitching was keeping us in these games. We were losing a lot of 5-4, 5-3.
Yeah.
Now, all of a sudden, we're hitting.
Yeah.
We're scoring 14
but
runs.
now our pitches are getting
We're
rocked.
scoring 9 runs, and we're getting rocked.
Yeah.
Can I just say something to what's with Rafael Devers?
I wonder if that's like a real issue in the team. It's just disrupting the flow of things.
I can't stand him at this point.
Yeah, he's kind of like an entitled brat with like. Usually these divas are like they don't come with 38% body fat. He's a big fat diva, and you don't expect that out of people like that, right?
No, you ask me to bat, be DH. That's what you asked me to do. Now you want me to play the field? Well, yes, dickhead.
Yes.
Tristan Casas went down with an injury.
We need you to play
He's
the field.
out for the year, maybe even next year. We don't know, but bad. And yes, we're calling on you, our superstar that everyone
$30 million
loves,
a year player,
to play first base, which is the toughest position in all of baseball, right? Fat man can play first base. I've seen plenty of them do it.
Fielder.
But Dave, he likes to DH because when everyone's out there in the field, he can eat his snacks.
Yeah, he
if
eats
he
some
has to
barbecue
go,
ribs. Yeah.
if
Oh, I
he
know,
has to
but-
go in the field,
He can't eat.
But
He can't eat his
it was a
snacks.
problem taking him from third base to put him at DH. It was a huge problem. Oh, I'm not a DH.
I play third.
Well, you're not a third baseman either. You suck at it, all right? I could play better third
He
base
liked
than you
third
do.
base. What's his name? Third base coach had snacks in his pocket.
That's probably what it was.
He was eating bacon out of his pocket between.
Balls are getting hit to us, and he's throwing gummy bears out at him. Like, hey, get that.
Yeah.
You can make that play.
So yeah, he turned into a really likable guy. He went from a really likable guy into a prick.
So here's
Overnight.
some. Brian Hunt chimes in. You have to move him. I struggle with this because the aggravation in me, same thing with like Jaylen Brown to cross sports, is like your first instinct is you don't want to do it, you suck, get him out of here. But he really is one of the best hitters in baseball.
Yeah, he's a top 10, 15 hitter
and
in
we
baseball.
need that.
You need
so
the
it's
power.
like, Brian, I really struggle with this because every time he does something stupid, I'm like, I comment, trade his ass.
Right.
And then I calm down.
But
and
here's
I'm
the
like,
problem too. He
"Ooh."
makes $30 million a year, and he's on the books for another 8 years. You're going to have to eat a lot of that contract. Nobody's going to trade for a $30 million DH.
Well, especially the way he's acting.
Yeah, so nobody's going to trade for that. And
I
if
mean-
they do, you're picking up about $10 million a year.
Yeah.
You don't want to pay Rafael Devers $10 million to play on another team.
Right.
We did that with Chris Sale, and it backfired in our faces.
Yeah.
We want to talk about guys who suck. Let's talk about the real problem with this team. Well, not. I guess that was a little bit much. There's a lot of problems.
Yeah.
But Tanner Houck.
Yeah, Tanner Houck sucks.
And again, Justin Elwood called this last year, and I fought with him a little bit on this one. But this is a true take that he had. Yeah, I'll give it to him.
What do you say?
Tanner Houck sucks.
Yeah, he had a good year last year. Very good first half. Kind of like fell apart in the second half. He's a guy that can never get through the lineup 3 times. He's a guy with mediocre stuff. Only 2 pitches.
Can I give you a stat?
Yeah.
There have only been 2 games in the entirety of MLB history. Not just this season, not just past 10 years, the entire MLB history. When a pitcher went exactly 2.1 innings and allowed exactly 12 base runners and surrendered 11 earned runs.
Yeah.
Both of them are Tanner Houck this season.
Yeah, within like 2 months. Because the season's barely started.
Yeah.
So it's not even a full season yet.
Oh.
So, yeah, that's an issue. I think they were expecting much better out of him. And this pitching staff's going to be an issue. You have Crochet, who's been as good as advertised. And then you have everybody else, which doesn't look that good.
No.
Bayo hasn't been terrible.
Bayo's been okay.
All right.
He's been okay.
So-
Bayo, the thing that I've noticed with Bayo, and I like Bayo, is he just does enough.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you look at him out there, he just does enough. He doesn't blow you away.
No, he doesn't dominate games.
He's not in it, and it's just, when you're
But
watching
right now,
it.
he's winning.
And the thing about him is, so he's been, and I think I talked about this last year, is Brian Bayo, like, he's winning, he's looking pretty good. He has, in every game, everything has kind of gone his way.
Oh, once it doesn't, he collapses. Mental breakdowns.
Instant collapse.
Yeah, it's like a little child that you took his toy away.
You get a couple calls that don't go his way. You get a couple misplays in the outfield. He
But have we
is a
seen
mental
that?
midget.
Have we seen it yet this year?
That's what I'm
So
saying.
at some
Things
point,
have
maybe
gone
he
his way.
matures, but we don't know yet until it happens. But yeah, it's visible. Like, dude, you look like your puppy just died mid-inning. Like,
Yeah,
get it together.
I mean, maybe last game he went 4 2/3. It wasn't even a bad game. The pitch number wasn't high, but he still yanked them after 4 2.
Yeah.
Didn't understand it. Wasn't watching the game, so I don't know what happened to him. But
Yeah, he tends to walk batters sometimes, and he tends to fall apart. So maybe Cora did him a solid by
He noticed it happening.
Yeah, why don't we get you out of here? If they're going to win games, with the exception of Crochet, you got to score early, and you got to win these games 7-4. Because these starters, they're going to go 5 innings, and they're going to give up 3 or 4 runs. That's how you have to win
You
games.
need Devers hitting.
And you need 100%, 100. You need him to like knock it off, get his head straight, and yeah. Because if he played first, now that opens the door for Yoshida. It opens the door for maybe Roman Anthony. The team's better.
Yeah.
But he won't do it. So now you have Joe Schmo, Abraham Toro playing first.
yeah,
Garbage.
unfortunate.
Well, great show, guys.
Yeah, not bad.
All right.
I think
show.
the purple stuff
was
really
fun.
works. It should weigh you
Dave,
guys down
enjoy
in a matter of
Russia.
minutes.
And guys, pay attention as the week goes. You heard it here first. Stefon Diggs. Stay away.
Stay away from Stefon Diggs.
All right, check you later.
Bye.